2-minute Photoshop tricks with Ken Conklin. Here we go.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the 26th edition of 2-Minute Photoshop Tricks. I'm Ken Conklin, and today we're going to take a look at how to make bluer skies. As always, we're going to cruise through these tricks fairly quickly, so feel free to pause or rewind the podcast if we're going too fast. And remember, always work on a copy of your image, not the original. And now, on with the trick. Before we get going today, I wanted to give you all just a quick update on our Photoshop contest. We're still having a bit of trouble with the Flickr tags, so I'm extending the deadline up for another week to give all the images a chance to show up. Hopefully Flickr will have all this tag situation sorted out by then. So this week we're going to take a look at how to make the skies in your image that deep dark blue that looks so good in landscapes and other outdoor shots. So open up an image in Photoshop that has a blue sky in it. If your sky is totally gray, this trick either won't work at all or will require some extra work with the Hue Saturation tool to add color into the gray area before you apply the trick. Once you have an image open in Photoshop, select the lasso tool from the tool palette and create a quick selection around the sky in your image. You can do this simply by clicking and dragging with the tool around your sky. You want the selection to contain the entire sky, but not any other objects in your image that are blue. Don't spend too long on this selection, it's really just a rough outline. Now go to the Select menu and pick the Color Range option. A new dialog box will pop open. At the top of this dialog, you should see a pop-up menu labeled Select. Make sure this menu is set to the Sampled Colors option. Now, at the bottom of the dialog box, click the pop-up menu labeled Selection Preview and select the Quick Mask option. Your whole image should turn a reddish color. Set the fuzziness slider in the dialog box to a relatively low value. I used a fuzziness setting of 11 in my example, but what you used will depend on your image. Now click the sky in your big image window. You should see the section of your sky where you clicked turn back to its original non-red color. Now hold down the Shift key and click on other parts of your sky in the image. Keep Shift clicking until your whole sky is the not red color. The red areas show which parts of your image are not selected. So you want your sky to be its natural color, while the rest of your image should be masked with the red color. If you accidentally shift-click a color that isn't part of the sky, you can undo it from the Edit menu, or Option-click it on a Mac, or Alt-click the color in your image again. This will subtract it from the selection. Also try adjusting the fuzziness slider to see how that affects your selection. When you have a good selection, click OK. Now select the Image menu and then the Adjustments option, then the Levels option. Or if you're into shortcuts, simply push the Command L key on a Mac or the Control L key on a PC. A new Levels dialog box will open. You should see a big levels graph on the left-hand side of the dialog box and 3 little arrows underneath the graph. A black one on the left, a gray one in the middle, and a white arrow on the right. Drag the black arrow on the left towards the right while watching your image. You should see the sky darkening as you move the arrow. When you have the sky set to the tone you want, just click OK. Now you can adjust the hue of your blue sky by going to the Image menu again and selecting the Adjustments option, then the Color Balance option. This will open a dialog box that will allow you to fine-tune the color of your sky. Drag the sliders toward the color name that you want to add more of. Try experimenting with a bunch of different settings on the sliders and pick something that works for your image. Don't go overboard on these sliders though, as your image can start looking really fake really quickly. So when you have settings that look good for your image, simply click OK. Now if you're happy with your image, go to the Select menu and pick the Deselect option. Then save a copy of your image and enjoy. If you want to fiddle a little bit more with your sky, you can make some adjustments with the Hue Saturation dialog box, which is also under the Image menu and then the Adjustments option. The Hue Saturation sliders can make some really wild skies, including some Martian-looking ones. So if you're looking to make a surreal landscape, this might be the tool for you. Make sure to make any adjustments to the sky before deselecting it. Also, if you're an advanced user, you can pretty much do all of these steps with adjustment layers, leaving your image layer completely untouched. Okay, that's it for this week's show, but make sure to tune in next week for another great show. Also, stop by our website to see step-by-step guides of all of our tricks, our listener poll, and our user wiki. You can find our website at 2minutetricks.com. If you have a question about Photoshop or a comment about the show, you can send me an email at kent@2minutetricks.com, or you can leave us a voice message at 310-928-3214. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.